Well, hello everyone. It's time for another Beginner Doors. I'm Dante, and I have Hawk with me today. Hawk, how you doing, dude?
I'm great, man. I'm excited. I love doors, so this is a good week for me.
I gotta interrupt you to say 18 arrows worth. He's fired. We're kicking him off the team. He's making fun of me because I never remember to have 18 arrows when I go into Armos lately in Eastern. Anyway, I hope he forgets his arrows tonight, even if it costs us the race, just out of sheer principle.
That's what they say about Werf. Everybody says Werf's a real jerk.
He's the biggest jerk. No, he's nice. So is Trinex. Trinex is a really good dude. So 2Pearl2Furious versus Perfect Unadulterated Gaming Squad. Getting ready to get things fired off here. And this is week 6. Off we go. It is standard start. Got to get the points up on the screen. I'll get that updated for us for these guys. You carry us, Hawk. I believe in you.
Thanks. I will do my best. So, nothing big out of the Link's house yet. Just some bombs. But it's a good early lamp, so we'll take that as we are set to get into the castle, finally.
Yeah, we love an early lamp. Anyway, so how does Beginner Doors work? Dungeons are partitions. As you see, we go left, and it looks like we're in Eastern Palace. Wowie wow. So all the Light World dungeons, including Castle Tower, the doors are shuffled within those. And then in Dark World, it's dungeons 1 through 4. So Pod, Swamp, Skull, and Thieves' Tower. And then all the Myths dungeons, Ice, Mire, I about said Trinex, the runner, also the boss, but Turtle Rock and Cannon's Tower are all shuffled as well. Right. We are starting with all the compasses and the maps. So we're going to see how many keys are in the dungeon. That's over on the right side under the keys. You see a 1 of 5. So that is what both runners have at this time. And 3 of 10 for the total number of checks. That is going to include all the keys, potential big keys as well. So things to keep an eye on for these. It's going to be a little fluid, I guess is one way to put it. We're going through Castle Tower a little backwards. We love that.
Yes, and another thing about Beginner Doors too is, as you can see, the doors shuffler also shuffles the actual doors between the rooms. So, you know, it can add key doors, it can change regular open doors to bombable walls or bunkable walls, or even a big key door. So knowing your keys for the dungeons is super helpful, especially with, you know, okay, so there's 5 keys in Hyrule Castle. There's the big key under a pot, which also, this one is key drop shuffle.
That's true. Pots and enemies could have different things. They could be keys still. They could also be, it could be our hammer today. You never know.
Right. Yes. And having the doors change their uses, like their key usage, can be really important because, you know, you don't want to spend keys early if you can avoid it, because you don't know how many you're going to need to get yourself to the boss. But in this mode, a lot of times you do end up with what I like to call is keys that are useless. You know, there's a door that, like, a good example that happens up a lot in Hyrule Castle is that back of escape room. Like, one of the doors will be open and the other one will be a key, so you don't need it.
Well, the good news for both runners here, and by both, it'll be both here in just a second. We have 5 of 5 keys. So we also have the big key. We also have Zelda and Trinex mirroring. with the map. So we do have that map item in the Y slot up there, and what that is, until we have a real mirror, because you can get stuck in some of these dungeons, you will be able to mirror and just return to the start with that. We're using a little game knowledge here, going outside to get to this lobby to see if anything is different. We'll see if Trinex decides to do that as well.
Correct, because in beginner doors, it is still vanilla lobbies, so all of the normal entrances connect to their normal rooms. So like Hyrule Castle, the 3 exits to Hyrule Castle will always be in those rooms. Now those rooms might not be connected like they normally are, but...
The other thing I just noticed, the Igor room, both of them actually, from Eastern Palace are here in... Yeah, there's both of them. Here in Hyrule Castle, so since we could come from the opposite way, I don't think we're going to need a bow, but it is a possibility. I think this whole entire right side is just garbage from what it looks like. I take that back. Trinex found a room Worf has not. Lighten these torches with that lamp. It's going to be the desert room. We're going to open this up, see what's through the door.
What? I was going to say, I was wondering what the entrance that Worf, or the item that Worf didn't get that Trinex had, the 9th one. So the 10th one's going to be Sank. So I would assume that means that that you were right, that you did not need a bow for those Igor rooms.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes those rooms can be there and you don't need it just because of the way it actually, what's cool about the door, Rando, it does accommodate for that logically, unlike, some old forms of Randomizer. But, Randomizer's next week. It's going to be a blast, let me tell you.
You know what's even better? Doors with Randomizer.
Yeah, but I don't think we can cook that hard.
No.
Worf, what was
People
that
already
dash,
got mad
brother?
at the cooks. People already got mad at the cooks this year.
All right, so looks like Worf has found his way out, and Trinex is about to be there as well. $300 ruse in the Sanctuary chest, and off we go to the overworld. Now, something to keep in mind, overworld, this is not like last week, if you watched any of those races, where it was like cross keys, co-op. Worf, if you die in the overworld, we're literally going to cut the stream.
Hey man, don't write a check you can't cash.
There's no entrance shuffle for this. That's something to keep in mind. All these are going to be vanilla.
Ooh, that's a nice bomb pickup. Real quick, just something cool about beginner doors that didn't actually come up because both runners got the 3 bombs out of Link's house. But in the escape sequence, if you need bombs, you can do a save and quit, right? A save and quit or a save and continue.
No, all you gotta do is mirror. If you mirror with
mirror.
that map,
just a mirror. That's right. Yeah,
you get 10 arrows, 3 bombs, and a little bit of magic. I think it's a quarter, and it's very beneficial. I think a save and quit does do the same thing, but it's a little slower, so I wouldn't advise it. Bottle with the fairy. Honestly, that might be useful the way things are going as we hear the heartbeats of encouragement.
I forgot that Worf does half heart, or what is it?
Double
beeps, double beeps. Oh my god, please Worf, get some help.
He needs all that. He has not been the same since I took him to a NASCAR race. Like, he just has not.
Is that why he does double beeps? Because he can't hear anything?
Probably so. We'll say that. Anyway, Trinex right behind him. They're both doing the Lost Woods stuff. Both have that both have the the items from the Lost Woods. No really good things to talk about. We did start with that sword that we have. The only thing we found notable is the lamp. But hey, Kakariko's got a lot of items, doesn't it, Hawk?
It does. And just the setup for this mode, I mean, it expects you to do CAC, right? Like the CAC skippers sometimes are not rewarded. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of items, a lot of checks here, and then maybe we'll see some divergence after. I have not seen either of the runners do a map check. We can, because we have all the maps and compasses, so we would know what the crystal layout for the light world is. Hopefully CAC does have health, and that Worf decides, you know what? Maybe.
No,
maybe
there's,
we'll
there's
get
no
lucky.
help. Okay, so as we fall, we see a 5-6 crystal up at Hera. Big shout out. Big shout out to our tracker, Otto, today. Otto doing
Yes.
the work for us. By that, I do mean that we are capturing the runner trackers. Want to give a big shout out to SpeedGaming and T Sigma for allowing us to do that, so we can make sure these casts get to you guys when we don't have the amount of volunteers that we would like.
Correct.
But nice spin speed there. He looks like a true pug. Min maxing. Now, he is not picking up that chicken pot over there. That's a problem. Let's see if Trinex does it. I know he won't, but we'll see if he does it anyway. Oh, he juked me.
I think that was, I think he knew what he was doing.
Oh my goodness. I got so excited. All right,
Worf, you got a bottle. Don't forget.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you go up or down. He'll be fine.
I believe a former
We may get some
mentor of
convergence
mine
here.
told me that you go up first. It's faster. I'm not going to say who that mentor is, but they are on comms with me. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it is just a touch faster, but you know, whatever.
It's all right.
I can't criticize him. He's got a better record than me right now in the league.
Well,
so.
Okay, let's see what the library has, which we can't get. It doesn't matter, but we can't get it right now because we only have pseudo boots. So we can't actually do any bonking.
You know, and did you see the new hotness that you can open King's Tomb with pseudo boots?
I did not. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna come up. I hope it doesn't, but apparently you can. It's not very consistent, but it's possible.
Is that considered race legal?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask an admin.
Yeah, if only we had one. All right, so after that, let's see what we are getting a split here. So Trinex is going to do South Shore. It looks like Worf is checking Lake Hylia.
I totally missed what that was.
Arrow, single arrow.
All right.
Or maybe I mean it was arrows of some kind.
The South Shore. Right now, nothing in the dam of consequence. Kind of interesting that Worf is going to go to Eastern this early. However, I think, one thing to consider, we did see a pod is our green pendant. We did see the two Igor, the red Igor rooms.
Right.
So there's a really good chance that we don't have to worry about a bow in Eastern, and then maybe he won't have to worry about 18 arrows.
That's true. That's true. He also has the blue cane, which is a decent weapon to fight Armos with. Real quick, just repeating for chat what beginner doors is this is a partition door shuffle. So that means that in all of the dungeons, the rooms within those dungeons are shuffled. They are grouped together. Ooh, flute. And
That's
flippers.
huge.
Wow.
Never skip overworld, brother.
Yeah. So anyways, the dungeon rooms are shuffled. So we are in Eastern Palace right now, but he's going to go into this next room, and guess what? It's still Eastern Palace, but it's not the right room. So all of those rooms are shuffled. The Light World dungeon rooms are all shuffled together. The first 4 Dark World dungeons, and then the second 4 Dark World dungeons are shuffled amongst each other. Lobbies are vanilla, so that means that the front entrance doors will always lead to the normal rooms. And what else is here? Key drop shuffle, but that's the only key standing, and we start with map to compass.
True. Well, Trinex activating his flute, so he does have access to the mountain. He has about 2 checks up there. I can count today, unlike yesterday.
Yes, and he found the Moon Pearl. I must have glossed over that. So, okay.
I mean, we don't have Dark World access just yet, so not that big at this moment. But
now, this is only 2 keys. Oh, and they're both right there for Eastern Palace, so Worf doesn't need any keys.
Yeah, he should be able to clear this. It just may not be, we'll say, optimal as far as, the loadout you would want to clear it. Trinex, meanwhile, doing Ice Rod Cave, going to get a heart piece. That's going to put him on his 5th heart. The other thing you'll notice is that there are 249 total checks instead of the 216. That's at the top right of your screen, and the number to the left of it is the number of checks that runners have done. It doesn't mean if they've seen it, it shows up with a number. It just means if they have grabbed it. So Trinex at 36, Worf at 35 currently.
All right. So yes, there was a 10 arrow pack on the island. Thank you for swimming by there, Trinex. Worf, you didn't probably need that key, but I guess it doesn't hurt.
You know, I respect it. I don't agree with it, but I respect it.
Yeah, that's good. Dante, did you get the MSU packs? Sea of Stars? For
Yeah,
Worf?
I did. I put it in chat
That's awesome.
for them. But yeah, we are listening to Sea of Stars on Worf's side. All right, so we got an item pot coming up here. It's going to be 10 arrows. 2 items left. One is the boss. We shall see if it's a chest or if it's something else. Oh, all right. So here's another fun thing about this. As Worf opens this chest here, and Trinex visits, it gets a hammer from Waterfall Fairy. Huge. We saw that red square on her Worf's side. I about called him Herf Jig, and Herfy Durfy might be like, excuse me, what? But that red square indicates that you are on a tile with the boss adjacent to it. So you were probably going to be looking for an up door, as they would call it.
Yep.
Solid fight there with that cane from Worf, and he's going to get his first crystal of the day, first of 7.
That red square is going to show you the super tile is connected to the boss super tile, which in all dungeons except Ice Palace and Hera, right? You're going to look for up doors. Ice Palace is a down door.
Hera, you do. You look
And
for an
Hera-
up door in Hera as well.
Yeah, but it's a stairwell. I guess
Okay.
it's specifically.
That's
the
a
only-
technicality, but yes, you're right.
Thanks. Okay, so Worf now going to do the South Shore. He's going to get all those goodies that Trinex already has. Trinex cleaning up his overworld checks.
Yeah, the meta on this, it seems to be check overworld a lot. We've seen a lot of people doing that this week.
Yeah.
It seems to have paid off for him.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things. I've watched a lot of these races, and I've done a lot of this mode myself, and I think that what I've noticed is it really is a coin flip, in my opinion. You either get a seed that's heavily overworld stacked, or you get ones that expects you to dive dungeons. But Light World, it is mostly overworld because there's just not as many rooms in the Light World dungeons. But when you start getting into the Dark World and you start getting into those last 4 dungeons like Ice Palace, Mire, TR, and GT, you're gonna get some dungeons that have a lot of checks.
They're tough dungeons with 2 Fs.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are on the mountain. And a mirror, huge.
Holy cow, vanilla.
So let's talk about that. What's interesting is that, you know, this is a pivotal moment, we'll call it. Trinex is going to be able to utilize that hammer, and he is going to be able to go to East Death Mountain with it. And that, you know, the mirror combo as well. He's going to get Quake up there on Spec Rock too. We'll see if Worf actually makes the play. He has the money for Zora, so he may complete the sweep and get that hammer as well, but he could go to the mountain first. We'll see.
Yeah, and he did what Trinex did too. He got the flute out of Mini Moldorm and immediately save and quit, because you can just easily flute to Ice Rod Cave area. And if he does that, he might follow it through with all the flipper checks like Trinex did,
Right.
but we'll see.
So Trinex not even going to visit Hera? Just going to say, screw it. I'm a you know, pokey. I can do what I want. And he's going to do Spiral Cave into Paradox Cave, I think.
It feels like Trinex is just, he wants to make sure he can completely clear dungeons, right? Now maybe he forgot or didn't know, and there's his Dark World access, so glove in
Perfect.
Spiral. We did see the red Igor rooms, so we don't expect any more bow locked rooms in these Light World dungeons.
We could see some Agate Tower rooms, but like the only ones of those we're scared of are like the dark ones, and we got a lamp, so
Yep.
nobody is scared except chat. Chat's scared.
Chat's always scared.
All right, Trinex getting his first 2 items here. Paradox Cave, nothing too fancy just yet, but got 5, count them, all 5. He's doing them out of order, but 2,300, another 20.
This is just money cave.
And look, there's a 5 from the Moldorm, a Master Sword, which is huge. That's going to open up the Agate Tower entrance, but do you want to really do that at this point? The answer is probably no.
Right, yeah, and it's not, I mean, he's got Dark World access without it, so I think that's what he's doing right here. He's just going to say, I'm heading to the Dark World.
Yeah, I like this play from Trinex. It's really good. He's got another 5-item cave coming up, so he'll be able to get a plethora of items. Worf about to get his hammer. Ether tempered and a shield.
Right. We're 2 out of 3 medallions. We're already up to 3 swords for Trinex. So
Trinex is literally going to hit go mode like fast. So we saw Pod from Worf when he talked to Saha. It's the green pendant. Turtle Rock and Thieves Town are our other pendants, and Skullwood's going to be our 5/6 that was still at large. So no ice rod required. Gonna need a fire rod at least. Gonna need a cane maybe.
Not necessarily fire rod.
Okay, sure.
I'm just
sure.
well, you know,
right,
in this
you're
mode,
right.
you might not actually have to enter the back of Skull Woods. So, like, you might be able to find Moth from the front.
You're absolutely right. So we'll see. Going to K45 here on Trinex's side. Gonna be a piece of heart. Gonna say, no, I'm out. I don't need it. I don't know what Worf's doing. He's just checking stuff.
Now I didn't see what Stumpy gave, but I'm assuming it was nothing because I don't see anything new on Trinex's tracker. But
yeah, Otto doing a good job tracking for us.
Thank you, Otto.
We got a lot of, well, not a whole lot of. Okay, red boomerang is our item. Still got plenty of money, and this is after Zora as well. So Trinex not going to be worried about any pod money potential. He should be all set. Gonna mirror here. This is probably gonna be to set up and get into maybe the Village of Outcast portal or the Kakariko portal. Never mind, I'm wrong. We're fruiting to fly.
He is.
Fruit flies. Yes.
Yeah. He's been playing this the same since the beginning. I mean, he is clearing all of his, checks by sphere and by overworld. This is a little out of order, but I mean, he's doing this before he heads to, I guess, anywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, this is smart.
It's a very thorough. He's being very thorough, which I think is interesting. Whereas Worf kind of took a gamble doing Eastern. He didn't really get anything out of it. Besides, I mean, he got the crystal, but it was like a rush to the dungeon, knowing he could beat it without having to deal with the bow.
Yeah.
Now, do you think Worf climbs Paradox when he's done and goes up through Hera?
He may. I'm not sure. We'll see. Trinex now, though, heading into Eastern, they're going to be covering each other's tracks just a bit. All right, Dark World access for Worf Jig. As we carry on, we'll carry on. Trinex's going to be finding out, not needing to worry about those doors. We'll see if he's smart, unlike Worf, and he will not pick up that key.
Yes. Worf smartly realizing that he had run out of bombs. Make you feel better that he's doing it in order?
A little bit, just a little. He blew it. All right, he's getting his master sword though.
Yeah. Okay. He did not immediately save and quit, so I think he's gonna bomb jumps, which tells me he's going back to Hera.
I would say he should hover, but he's got pseudo boots, so can't do that with the pseudo boots.
Correct.
But Trinex has found Armos. And he's using his sword. My brother in Pokey, please pull out your cane of Burna. Oh no.
He's also got the boomerang. Is he gonna?
If he uses the boomerang for this, I have mad respect. His teammates may not approve of it, but I have respect for it.
Yes, I would love to hear Olive's thoughts on that. Okay, we're finding Moldorm right away in Hera. Somewhat small Hera, and there is Trinex's first pistol.
Nicely done. And we're going to be completing Moldorm fight. Going to get his second as well.
Alright, Worf going back in to get his other 5 items. Well, his 5 items.
Yeah, and he's already got the small key, so unless there's going to be a big key here too. With that, the Hera rooms are all going to be able to drop upon each other, so you can drop down. That can be expected.
And that means that there is the Hera big chest, so there will be a big key. Looks like 2 big chests. Oh no, I guess technically not. That could conceivably be not connected, but it is, so never mind. That's always a fun thing about the doors, when all the rooms just loop back amongst themselves.
Is it fun? Would you say
fun in quotations, Dante? Fun in quotations. I would say it's fun for me watching. It's not as fun when I'm playing.
I would agree with you, but Trinex has joined Worf Jig up in the Tower of Hera, and he will be able to fight the Moldorm, the big scary worm. He's got tempered, so this will be even easier for him.
Correct. We're almost doing the bomb jump for the big chest before remembering that he does not have the big key yet.
All right, solid fight for Trinex there. That's going to even the crystal count up to 2.
Oh, this is gross. This is going to be a vanilla big key, I imagine. I think it has to be, right? Yes.
Possibly so. We shall see.
Because the other 2 checks are the Eastern Big Chest and the Hera Big Chest, so...
I guess we can call it Vanilla Big Key, considering it's Tile Room and it's in Hera. Okay, so Tile Room complete for Werf. Rhinek's going to be right behind him.
Since we just are going through a couple coffee breaks, we're going to go ahead and do this. Go ahead and follow these runners. Werf and Trinex, they're both great players and great people. I got to meet both of them.
No, they are.
I got to meet them last year at SGL, and they're very nice.
They are both gamers, that is for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Werf, you're scaring me. You dropped in a little. Okay, he's good. Ooh, Ice Rod. That's what you don't want to see with the pendant TR looming.
Yeah. Oh man. What do we want to see on Trinex there? Or maybe that leads to chat's favorite thing. Maybe we're gonna get a ped seed.
Let's hope not.
I feel like in Adores that we'd be here for a long time if that was the case.
I don't know about a long time, but it'd be a time.
Right.
We're not going through the thing.
All right. So really only thing of value in Hera was that Ice Rod, and hopefully it's not of value. Hopefully we don't need it.
All right, so this will be a little bit of catch up. We'll kind of see where we are in the wash with everything shortly, as Werf will be heading to Dark World. Assuming he goes left, I'll say we'll have everything wash out.
I think he did a double take on that map because I think he wanted to make sure that he saw that TR was a pendant.
Yeah, seeing that right after getting the Ice Rod does a lot of mental damage. But he will get his Tempered Sword here while Trinex is heading to his final check. And Trinex will be out of here. We'll see where he heads next. So Trinex with a small marginal lead at this point.
Now, no, never mind. There was a part of me that was hoping Werf was gonna do Hookless Slump, but
all right. So Hawk confirmed wanting the Pugs to lose.
Hey, I am an impartial viewer.
I'm partial, but a viewer as well. I love Trinex, but he's not on my team. So we'll call it like we see it, though. And right now, Trinex is wiping the floor with Werf Jig because he's ahead, just on checks, but only by one.
Only by one, and they have the same crystals, so.
All right, so into Village of Outcasts we go. On Trinex's side, we're going to be doing the chest game. That's going to give us a piece of heart. Still plenty of money to spare. We can invest in the Little Pokies college fund. Maybe Trinex can head on to college one day.
Oh, Werf saying no thank you.
Already got a blue one. He'll be fine. Another heart piece there in the brewery. Probably one of Trinex's favorite places to visit. I would agree with him too.
Okay, Pendant Thieves with Boss Room directly north. Trinex says no thank you.
Yeah, so that doesn't mean it does mean the blind room is there. But the thing to consider is that the attic bombable spot, as we see 3 bombs in C-shaped house, that can be in Pod. It could be in Swamp. It could be in Skull Woods. We simply do not know.
Correct. Luckily, in this mode, if you are in Thieves Town and you have not found the attic yet, and you take the maiden to the boss room, she will tell you what dungeon the attic is in.
Very huge. Can come in clutch in some moments. But we are in Skull Woods. It looks pretty vanilla-esque so far. Small key. 1 of 5 for this dungeon right now.
Oh, see, there is the boss.
Ooh, you might be right. Maybe we don't need a fire rod today, brother.
I have seen a fire rodless beginner door seed. I've also had one where I played, I thought it was fire rodless until I got into GT, and the only path to Aga 2 was through the TR fire rod room.
Incredible. Well, we are in this moth fight. Just need 4 solid slashes, and we finally get them on Trinex's side. Nicely done. He's going to get the big key to Skull Woods and a crystal. Crystal number 3.
Worf did an extra check in Thieves Town, but then he also bailed.
I think he only got the big key out of that, so...
Alright, so Trinex's gonna check this. We've got... looks like 3 more items.
Man, I love pseudo boots. I love watching people use them incorrectly, because I do it all the time. So it makes me feel a little better about myself when I mess up.
Yeah.
We love you, Trinex.
Yes, smartly, Trinex is checking this door because it could be.
Oh, it's a key door, and he had a key. He's like, I'm outie. I'm not doing it.
Maybe thinking and possibly correct that he can get around it, coming this direction.
Yeah, something you may want to just make a mental note of. We're also finding Moth being available, and he is headed that way. He does have beams, so this could be a little tougher for him unless he decides to take some damage.
Yep, we'll have to see. Good moth fight from Murph. All right, Trinex bailing on the last check in Skull Woods. We'll see if that ends up being anything.
Surely it will be fine. After the race yesterday, I think it'll be totally fine. Surely it won't happen twice. Maybe it's just a key.
Well, all right. Okay, Trinex with the early big bomb. So this is the check that Trinex could have gotten. Let's see what it is. Just half magic. So last item in Skull Woods is half magic. All right, we're gonna see what the Pyramid Fairy has for us. Okay, nothing. 2 red things, but not the red thing we need.
What red thing do we need?
Oh, well, we might need cane.
We might. That's the operative word.
It's funny, you know, that you could conceivably get a mire and an ice palace that you don't need cane for. I would think logically you would probably need it, but that doesn't always mean, you know, logic is just a suggestion.
Well, Bombo's here in Ag Tower. That could be needed to enter a dungeon. Werf, however, instead of going to the big bomb for the moment, is going to be heading to Graveyard Ledge. Had to think about it. Can't bonk that rock. Can't pick up the Myths rocks either. And we are going backwards, it looks like, in Aga Tower in the maze. So how do we... Okay, so he's bailing. Was that the end? Was that all the items?
I didn't catch how many items were in there, so sorry. That's my bad. If anybody in chat saw. But you can get through that room. There's a block that you can press at the bottom that opens the shutter.
Probably going to be the same play here from Werf. Gonna get the big bomb, do the thing. I mean, it could be rare, but like there is an argument that like we could just go beat the pod. I mean, it's a pendant, but you could beat it without a bow still. True,
and it's a green pendant, so it's however many checks plus 1.
Just because it's a green pendant doesn't mean we like it. Baby pendant pod doesn't have the same value like some people say it does when it comes to the doors.
Right. But we are gonna get, this looks like catfish.
Yeah, I like the catfish play here. It's kind of all by itself. It's honestly the last thing we can do before diving pod.
Right. Or hookless swamp.
Listen, we don't talk about that. And so we're gonna get his red goodies.
Now, looks like Werf is doing the exact same play, so we're gonna get some.
Okay. All right, we got some cross keys knowledge going on as far as where to mirror. Love to see it.
Okay, so 4 items in Aga Tower.
Yeah, 4 items, 6 total checks, 2 of which are keys.
And I believe...
Gonna get his bombo, so medallions across the board for everyone. But it is pod time. He is opening it up. Gonna get his money. Gonna bounce on that button. Let Trinex in.
Okay, 12 check pod. Probably looking at 8 items.
Yeah, we are going deeper. There's 2 items left. Okay, to Samaria here.
Yeah, there's that
Trinex.
Cane, so.
We'll see if the skip pays off for Trinex or if it might burn him. Small key on the key guard. Helps swimway. Gonna be a slow trek here. Gonna get a heart piece. Still a lot of items to go for Trinex here in Pendant Pod. We go further and get a heart piece. 1 item left. The Werf jig could be pure time loss. We shall see. 2 items coming up on Trinex's screen. Going to be a big 20 over on that right side of the rupee basement, and a blue rupee. A big 5er. I guess we could call him. But we do have Frederick, the rat. We love Frederick.
Last item.
We're gonna please use Bombos, brother. He didn't. All right, well, that's a huge time investment for Werf. That's good for Trinex, actually, that he did not continue on.
Right.
$300 there in one of those chests there. Thieves Town room here in Pod. 7 checks left, 3 of which are keys. We'll see if Werf is going to keep following in Trinex's footsteps. Going to head to Catfish and then potentially to Pod. Because either, well, or, you know, Pendant, Hookless Swamp. Not Pendant Swamp, but Hookless Swamp, as you were calling it. We don't talk about that here, but it's possible.
It is possible. I think, knowing both of these runners, that you're probably right that he's gonna go.
This is huge, though. We talked about this. Maybe not needing the bow to beat this dungeon. Gets the big key here with that red square. If he goes north, he is gonna go into the Helmasaur room, so he can complete this and get the pendant. We'll be able to turn it in, get his item from Saha. Here we go into the fight. He got a little close to that door. If you get pushed back into them doors, you might get sucked through.
Yeah.
We don't enjoy getting sucked through the door.
No.
It restarts the fight. It's even worse if you're in phase 2, because then when you come back in, mask on, mask off.
Yep. All right. But Trinex is a gamer. Didn't have to worry about getting sucked.
True. What is he gonna get here? 10 arrows. Werfjig, meanwhile, on the mountain, gonna be going to Spike Cave. That's the only check here.
All right, there is 2 items left in Pod. 3 total checks. One of them still that small key. So we will see. Oh! Okay, mitts on Spike Cave. Now, Werf getting those mitts. I mean,
it's a good and a bad thing, because he potentially needs that cane.
Right. And how soon does he
and
get
that
to
fire
Pod?
rod? Because, you know, Trinex has a fire rod that he just obtained too.
Yep.
So
2 good items in Pod, but 2 items that it is entirely possible that we don't actually need for this to complete the seed. So it could be it could be interesting to see if those pay off, like if that skip pays off and Werf ends up beating the seed without cane and fire rod. We won't know until we dip the dungeons more.
Yeah, I gotta go through these doors and see what's happening. We are gonna get the Smith chain check here on Werfjig's side. Gonna be dancing with that frog. Gonna be smacking these hammers. MCing on them.
So what are we looking for, Dante? We still need bow, possibly.
Honestly,
we definitely need hook.
We just need a hook shot. If we get a hook shot between the 2 runners, there's a chance that we could just torch this whole seed and be done. It's a snowball's chance, but it's possible.
Right.
Like, I mean, Werf could be. He could be just set. It would be a very, very risky play to do so, but you could. All right, green pendant turn in. $5 gets a blue monster, we'll call it. We're turning in the green beast of a pendant. Meanwhile, purple chest getting turned in over here on Werfjig's side. He's gonna get a bow. All right, so maybe this gonna push him to pendant Pod for no reason? Obviously not.
Nope.
We're going to Meyer. I like it. He can get in. He could probably beat it. If there is that need of cane, he is gonna have an issue. Yeah, he's got all 3. Why did you check it, Werf? You have all 3 medallions.
He can open the entrance, but the lobby is still
Oh.
vanilla.
You know, you're absolutely right. Oh, he
But
can get
never
in
mind.
now.
Never mind.
Listen, I
that's where
had
Hookshot
faith.
is.
I had faith. I'm totally didn't forget that boots are pseudo.
I mean, at this point, let's see. I'd be very interested to see. And of course, it looks like those mitts being in Spike Cave mean Trinex is doing the hookless swamp, which we know is not going to find him his hook shot.
Well, given that we have some unknowns about what items are required, I think that is good if you're pulling for Worth Jig. Not a bad thing if you're pulling for try. Oh, we're gonna need a book, or we're gonna have to go in the back. So maybe the back is a key. Maybe we can get through this. But if this doesn't have a key,
if you're lucky, you get a vanilla key right here.
True.
Okay.
This is kind of tough though. I'm kind of curious how this logic's supposed to work out, because like it's 2 key doors and 1 key available.
I can't imagine that that the logic expects you to do this, unless Landmo drops a key. Clearmouth is going to be happy. Well, I was going to say.
Well, he tried.
He tried.
We'll give him a try.
All right. So, I'm going to guess that you're going to need to either have the book or to go further into the back logically. To get to the boss, but I think if I'm Worf, I'm just bailing.
We'll see what he does. He's thinking. He's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing a big think with that little pug brain. Doing his best. He is gonna go into Mire now. Gonna bet on not needing Kane. We'll see, or maybe finding it along the way, but we know he won't.
He's got the mirror. Do you think he's gonna check the Morin Desert?
It's possible. You know, I said we needed the book, but I totally forgot we can mirror right here. That shows how tiny my brain is.
Yeah, same. It's interesting because there's a good chance that, you know, maybe he doesn't realize that he might not need the cane. I mean, you want to be comfortable, right? You want to find the cane because there's so many cane rooms.
Yeah.
Cane required rooms in those last 4 dungeons.
Yeah, that's honestly really huge for Trinex. The fact that he went into Pod and is gonna have that. So
right.
That's a big storyline to keep an eye on as we get near the end of this seed.
Yeah, to determine if we're gonna, how fast Trinex gets to Spike Cave to get his mitts versus he's gonna get funneled there eventually, but so we'll just have to see. Also, Trinex going into these dungeons, running into Pod. I'm pretty sure he checked full cleared Pod. Now he's in Swamp. He could run into the attic for Thieves Town, which we're gonna. Oh no, Thieves Town is appended, so never mind.
Maybe so.
I was just rambling, No,
that's what we do here, brother. All right, so we're at the hook. We are going in.
16 checks, 5 items, or 5 keys. Sorry, possibly the big key. So probably a big key. Definitely a big key.
Yeah, gonna need a big key at this point, given what we've seen. The real
interesting
booth here.
Location. Okay.
Or Worth Jig. You can do a jig in those boots. Be all excited. What are you doing, brother?
That was.
I have to grief. I have to grief him. He's a good
That
guy.
is not how you do that room.
You know, he doesn't play NMG. He has no idea. Nice pog clip here from Trinex. Gonna be heading to the back, doing his best to continue on. Does not have a key though, so gonna have to go a different way. Gotta check Fishbone Room here.
Nothing of value, but you know, it could be useful because it might be the only logical switch, peg switch.
All right, heart piece here for Trinex. Gonna have to continue on. Gonna be able to check more items here. You know, the longer he spins here, considering how early the boss is, there is the potential for it to really work out in Werfjig's favor. We shall see, though. Okay, never mind. He's bailing. That's good for Trinex.
Right.
The question is, will he go to Thieves Town or will he go to Spike Cave? He's getting his flute out, so let's keep an eye on what he's doing here. He is going to flute to 3, so I'm going to assume this is a Pendant Thieves Town play. Now, honestly, again, his dive of Pendant Pod has really paid off with the cane. I feel like that's going to be required today. Worth continuing on, see where he goes. Also very curious to see what Pendant Thieves is going to have for us. Deeper we go. 2 out of 13. Has 2 of those 5 keys, though. We saw Worf dive in here long enough to get the big key, which is exactly what Trinex is about to grab. No, I thought it was. I'm wrong.
Worf, what are you doing, man?
He's doing him best. He's doing him best. That's all you can do in beginner doors, or any doors for that matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, and Trinex missing that big key. Gonna be needing that to go see the maiden. Worth getting. I mean, he's opening this door, but this is gonna take him to the big chest. He needs that big key to be able to open this.
Okay, so Vidi is just in the north here.
Yeah, so it could just be flip a switch, go to one of those 2 north doors.
I would say, have we seen? Okay, so he's checking this one. Could be this one right here. You might not need.
If this is it, then he could just move on. It is not. If you use Bombos, you are off the. Okay, I was about to say you're off the team. He can use Ether. Just use Ether, brother. All right, do this too. Do it for me. The swordless strats. Oh, he's mirroring.
Andy in chat. So just so I'm aware, are there team meetings gonna happen after this with the way? Nah, we're doing some of these rooms.
We're not doing team meetings. I'm giving him grief for the content here, but
that's what we are. That's what we're here for, is content. Just content. Worth remembering that he needs to hit a switch. I haven't seen another switch room, so. But Worf, if you mirror, you have to hit the switch again.
This is good for Trinex. Gonna give him some more time. Further we go into Thieves Town or Trinex. I like the play here with the switch. Worf is Worf's struggling. We did see I'm gonna make a little excuse here. Worf did say that he's nursing a cold.
Okay.
So he's not feeling a hundo. So his brain might be like mine, where he's just a little cooked today.
That's true. I was gonna say he could be doing something amazing. He could be pulling the Michael Jordan flu game.
No, he skipped the canes, so like he hasn't just beelined that. So this is not a Michael Jordan flu game, but
now set a bomb. There you go.
He was like one
play.
pixel from going into the stinking door.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely wild.
Okay, so Attic is vanilla. Well, I mean, it's in Thieves.
It's in Thieves Town, which is good if you're, looking to complete this. And again, we still don't know if this is going to be something required. Actually,
we know it's not. We know it's not because we know we're in no mode. Like we know where all the required items would be.
I mean, again, they both could be in go mode, except for Trinex needing mids. We simply do not know at this moment in time. But with half magic and a cane, Worf is heading on his way.
All right,
that's
so
crystal number 5, yeah. He'll be able to beat Swamp. He doesn't know it yet, but he can. The question is, can he beat Ice Palace? And can he get through TR without...
Right. He doesn't need to do TR, though.
Oh, yeah, can he get through any TR rooms, I guess I should say.
Right, yeah.
In Ganon's Tower, because there's bound to be one. I mean, look, yesterday we saw... between Scary Olive and Andy, we saw a layout that, it was supposed to be mega easy. It's a baby Ganon's Tower, if you will. Not the case. Very, very large Ganon's Tower, just not many items.
Yeah, that can happen. You can get all the check rooms put in the other dungeons, and then you get into the Ganon's Tower, and you're like, oh, 3 checks. I'm easy, but then it ends up being all of the long traversal rooms. But yeah, so Worf smartly, I think, going straight to Swamp. He can beat Swamp. I think if I'm him, I probably do Swamp and then I just go into Ice. Not really.
You just go in, you yell, whoa, oh, we're halfway there, and living on a prayer, Whatever the cool kids say these days. I'm not cool, so I wouldn't know.
Don't worry, man, I'm old too.
Yeah. I'm real old making Bon Jovi jokes here.
I could ask my 10-year-old what the brain rot phrase should be.
We just gotta go to Skibbity Swamp.
Skibbity Swamp.
We'll be fine.
Oh man, Dante, that made me Lamau.
Perfect. All right, where is Trinex heading now? Looks like he is gonna go do Graveyard Ledge, and then I think he'll be on his last location.
Yeah, he's gonna have to get up to Spike Cave sooner rather than later. I think you're right. I don't think he has much left. He knows he skipped one item in Skull, so hopefully he doesn't go do that first.
There's always the chance. He's missing that big key. Not going to be able to do it just yet. All right, so this is going to be the midst for Trinex. Not going to be going into Skullwoods, but he'll be on the path. And again, right now he's a little behind. However, he does have that cane, which is pretty huge, if I do say so myself. Just because the cane plus that fire rod really going to be beneficial down the stretch, given that, you know, ice all the way through GT could have some of those TR rooms that require it.
Right. And the problem for Werf is that he's not going to know until he runs into one of those rooms.
Yeah.
And then it's a matter of, okay, I've got all of these other spots to look for the cave. Whereas Trinex has been kind of funneled. Like he's got mitts now, but he's probably gonna check Mire area, so he'll get his hook shot right here. I mean that could conceivably put Trinex into go mode. He could just start go moding dungeons.
Absolutely.
He might not need the bow. I imagine if you encounter the Mimics rooms from GT, you could just Mimic clip them.
Yeah, he could.
So
if he so shoot. I think he has. I've seen Trinex Mimic clip before, so I think he'll be fine.
Is Werf? Why is Werf leaving?
Because he thinks he might be in go mode. He's heading to ice.
I completely missed him fighting Argus. I was watching Trinex. I was like, he's not even gonna beat the dungeon? No, okay, that's fine. Yeah, Werf is playing like he's in go mode, so which is I think the smart play.
I honestly would do the same. There's too much open to be like mega concerned. I would just hope that what I'm missing comes along the way, and it may not. You know, we know it won't from our vantage point.
Right. But Doors is so volatile, right? Like he might not even need the cane. There might be a path.
It's true.
This is an enormous ice house. So.
Well, let's talk about how we have an A for keys in ice. That means it's 10 because of the way hexadecimal works. After it goes to 9, it goes to A.
Yeah, it's the Andy key.
Oh my god. The Zelda 1 Andy key. Let's go.
Anyways, yes. So you are going to encounter... okay. I guess that's smart. Well, there's the boss.
We're going down to the boss. This is insane.
So that is...
This is a guaranteed item, so I like that he's doing this. I cannot believe this dungeon layout, though. All I'm seeing, though, like, I'm gonna be real with you. As his teammate, in my mind, all I see is that we're going to get to GT and find every room that needs a cane, and he's going to go to all the crystals looking for that cane.
Yep.
And so I am not counting Trinex out of this. Trinex is in a really good spot, I think.
Yeah, this is going to come down to just, luck of the rando, right? Like, if Werf's lucky and he can get through to Aga without needing the cane, then he's got a
then he's
lead.
in go mode. Yeah, he's in go mode at that point because this is Crystal 7, so he will be on his way to GT after this. Maybe he's gonna check Hookshot Cave along the way just in case. It's pretty wild though. Man, Doors is something. This is why big competitive players hate Doors, because you simply don't know. But we love randomization to our randomizer, if we're being honest.
Well, and this is why it's one of my favorite modes, because I love the idea that I love that the seeds can be different at the times, right? Like
Absolutely.
So, if Kane is required, I mean, for Worf, you're hoping that he finds it out real quick. Like, can't progress into GTs too far. But what do you do? Where do you go first?
No, there's not a right choice. It's just like throw a dart and pray if you're Worf Jig. And, you know, if he goes to a pendant dungeon, like he's basically banking that his opponent already has it. And there's an argument to be made that, you know, maybe my opponent did these things first, so I should do them. It's a tough one though because of density, because he's seen how many item numbers there are in the other ones. So we shall see what his decision is if he needs to make that decision. Trinex, meanwhile, 2 checks out of 16 into this misery mire, looking for the boss, looking for the big key. Hookshot cave incoming for Worf Jig. We know the best thing he could find maybe is silver arrows or another sword. He's gonna find a cave. I guess that's kind of nice, but he had a cane. He'll be, you know, whatever. Ooh, a mushroom. We love mushrooms. Another thing to invest time on.
Yep.
All right, the real boots here for Trinex.
Oh, poor Trinex. That was a...
So the 111 GT entry here for Worf Jig. So 19 checks, but again, this could be a huge dungeon.
Yeah.
So 3 opportunities to go through doors. Never mind, make it 1. That went down very quickly. So now we're locked to, is there a cane path? He could hover. I know Worf can hover. I don't know if he's comfortable hovering big gaps.
We're talking Trinex or TR entrance?
Possibly, you never know. There's the big key. That kind of had to be there based on the dungeon layout so far. He's going to get 2 more items here, or 3 rather, check it, with the Helmosaur. Going to get a shovel, some more overworld for him to check. 2 small keys for his trouble. Two options here. He can go down or he could fall down. Fall down would put him in that room. So he does have a branching path that he can try. This is going to be kind of slow, but we're going to do it, looks like. Oh, there's the opportunity potential. Oh, he's going to drop down the hole. Interesting.
I like that. I think that's smart.
He's looking for up doors. He's looking for up doors.
Yeah, it can get you pretty discombobulated pretty fast.
Yeah. We'll get another, potentially, no, not another up door guaranteed. But further into GT, that's the 5th check. He'll be going through the pin gator room of Ice Palace. And this is going to be a dead end for him. And he's going to get 4 items, so he's going to check these now. To him, this could be his Cane of Samaria, but just going to be a whole lot of small goodies, and he's going to mirror out. Re-rack him. But you see, he spent that key, so see if he needs one here soon. He may have to do the Meyer cutscene. See, you see Trinex here doing these rooms a little smoother than Worf did, and that's because he has that cane. You can put that Samaria block down in just the right position to hit that switch from up top, which is a huge time save.
Right.
All right, so Worf gonna up to drop down now. This is gonna let him walk up here, and no red square just yet. He cannot go left. It's key door. Left is a guaranteed tile room. Going up is going to be new and exciting. Going to get us a check. It's going to get him a small key, so that can allow him to do a couple things. And this is going to be kind of a dead end for him, but he'll get an item under this pot. Going to be 20 bucks. Mirroring again. Not going to go back, use that key. Going to continue on.
There was still other things he could drop again, and instead of taking the stairs, he can go left. I think that saves his key. I
think he did not mean to.
Yeah, I don't think he did either.
All right, so Trinex now in a position. He has seen the red square. Now it's a matter of, can we get to that area? So he's going to be doing a whole lot of math, calculating, trying to figure out how to get there. He'll make it, I promise. All right, we're going to opt to drop down yet again. All right, he is going to go through this door. This is an up door, but it's a stair door, so not going to be a guaranteed aga potential. Oh, he's got it.
Wow. And a sword.
What?
That's crazy.
A luck sack. I'm not even.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm on his team, and I'm calling that. Like, holy moly! Because you don't realize what the opportunity was for. Oh my god!
There's so many cane locked rooms that could have gotten in his way.
Yeah, I am beside myself.
And I think it's going to be one of those things we can ask in the interview, because, you know, I'm curious. Trinex, like, when he sees the finish time, what the thought process, because Trinex is not technically that far behind. He did 2 extra pendant dungeons.
Yeah. So I mean, I said we may need him, but you called it, Hawk. We didn't even need the bow.
Yeah.
No cane, no fire rod needed. Incredible race. Yep. We do have to kill Ganon here. So, you know, I know Werf's done this a lot, but, you know, there's been crazier things that have happened.
I'll be interested to see where the second bow is.
Probably Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
I mean...
Well, I mean, that ice is huge. I think it was 19
yeah, definitely.
checks.
All right, Trinex. Oh, he's a little close. He does have that fairy, though, so if this goes off the rails, he'll be fine. Ganon into phase 3 for Werf Jig. Just needs one more slash, and then he'll be into phase 4. Gonna spin to win. Hawk will get to find out where them silver arrows are. Where them silver...
Yep.
I
Turtle
called
Rock,
it, brother.
you called it.
Yeah, give me the witch hat in the next YouTube compilation.
You got it.
All right, down goes Viddy for Trinex. That's going to be crystal number 5 for him. Just a few more spins for Werf Jig. Gonna dance his way potentially to victory here. Is this where chat asks how many Ganon falls he's behind? Oh, he about took one.
Yeah.
Bro, he about had one. That was...
I know you were griefing him earlier, but...
That was very sketch, but he pulled through. And that's it. Ganon going down for Werf Jig. And once he has sword up in the air, he will be set. Get your GGs in chat for Werf Jig. Gonna take the second race between these two teams here in week 6. Gonna move the Pugs up to 18 points. And GGs to Trinex as well.
Yeah, incredible. Man, I love doors.
Yours
I
is
love it.
stupid, brother. I love it, and I understand why people hate it, but it is something fierce. We'll see if we can get the guys in here for an interview.
Yeah, and yes, Trinex has DNF'd, so we'll see if we can get them both in.
Yeah, overall, really exciting. You know, we had, it didn't pan out, but we were talking about the potential of that cane being gigantic, and just unreal that it did not come to fruition. I genuinely felt like Trinex was in a really good spot, as far as like potential of needing that cane. So
yeah, it was. I mean, it boiled down to the Spite Cave play, really.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we are joined by Trinex. GG.
Thank you, GG. Apparently I had Fire Rod and Cane, so I have that, I guess. That's a plus.
It was a huge talking point. I just literally called Werfjig the biggest luck sack I've ever seen, because I literally was thinking, Trinex looks behind, but having the cane, having the Fire Rod are huge items with the potential of what could come through, like Ganon's Tower, with the way the partition dungeon is laid out. Ice was an unknown at the time. You had that pretty early compared to Werfjig. So when Werf found the red square in Ganon's Tower, it was just like unreal.
Yeah, was able to skip all of the cane locked rooms. So
wait, was I second to GT?
No, brother, you were first to GT. Trinex is about to go back into Swamp or to beat it. But so the red cane was in Pod, and Trinex got that before Mitts. So we were talking about there was a really good chance Trinex was in a good spot. Just given, how the final dungeons could lay out, especially when Meyer didn't have any of the cane required areas. And then when you got to GT, I mean, I love you, but I literally called you the biggest luck sack ever, because I was like, Kane's going to be required. And I'm kind of, Hawk said it early. I'm rambling because it's like unreal. He was like, we may not need the cane or the Fire Rod. And I'm like, dude, we're going to need those.
I mean, statistically, it was low. It was a low chance, right? Like, it was a low chance that you weren't going to need those two items to get through those TR rooms, but it wasn't a zero chance. So
here's my thought. While I was mucking around in Meyer, I was counting the number of rooms that I needed those two items for, right? And so it's like there's one room in Meyer, which is the dark room that you lay the cane block down. One room in Ice, same deal. It's rather than the block push, you can put a Samaria block down. And then there's the one room in TR with the torches that you could just find the correct. If you come out of the one door, then it doesn't matter as long as it's the right direction. So those are kind of like 50-50s. And then there's the TR lobby and the TR maze that are kind of like hard locked, and I guess the TR pre-boss room.
Right.
So you had those three, and I just told myself, you know what? What if they're just all in TR? or what if they're in Ice?
Yeah, I think early on I kind of felt like I overcleared Overworld before even like dipping any of the dungeons. That by the time that I was like hitting one-offs, I just did not believe in Spike Cave. So I wanted to go anything else except for back to an Overworld check. And so I basically last week I missed. I kind of didn't know how Skull Woods worked at that point in time. There was more stuff there. I just completely I hope this never comes back, because I think
there was one item you left, and I think it was half magic.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Half magic was left. It was the pot and the left entrance.
Oh, okay.
And then Worf found all the fetch quests in GT. So
Yeah.
So if you get bounced out of GT, you were kind of in that would have been a bad spot.
He was cooked, to put it in Zoomer terms. Like
I probably would have gotten Pod and Thieves Town before I went into Ice again, just because those are baby dungeons compared to the Dark World ones, and I wouldn't have to worry about getting locked by Kane. But yeah, it still would have felt really bad to climb down the mountain.
Man.
But yeah, I almost did Spike Cave right after Hera, but then I was like, I have 6 hearts, Blue Cane, and I was like, I didn't know for sure if I needed it. I was like, oh, there's probably nothing there. But when it was coming between diving pendant dungeons or just doing Spike Cave, my philosophy is even slow overworld checks are faster than dipping unknown pendant dungeons. So I figured I'd do that first, and it paid off.
So, but we also needed Castle Tower for a little bit because Meyer was Bombos, right? So.
Yeah. So
yeah, you both took the same path with that.
Okay.
Trinex got to that Bombos first, but both of you guys kind of took the same path of clearing out Skull Woods and then taking. I think Worf actually may have done the Graveyard Ledge at that point, but.
Yeah. I did Graveyard Ledge before. No, I did it after Skull Woods, and then I fluted from Graveyard Ledge after Skull Woods.
Okay.
Yeah, because in my head it was, I was already in the Light World, just flute, take the big bomb up, and then rather than go to Pod, I just follow up Pyramid Ferry, Pyramid Check, Agate Tower, and then into Catfish.
Yeah, I think Catfish was the thing. That's I just did the dumbest Catfish possible. I don't know why, but for some reason after leaving Castle Tower, I decided to go flute to 4 to go to Pod. So it's well, I did a stupid mistake, so might as well just keep going there. So when that was nothing, I just decided Overworld was dead. So I'm going to keep dipping stupid pendant dungeons.
Yeah, I try and avoid pendant dungeons wherever I can in this mode, just because they could be such a time sink and they'd feel so bad. Honestly,
Yeah.
if I dipped Pod and found Fire Rod Kane, I would have been really happy with it. But yeah, luck is a big part of it too.
Yeah, I mean, I've only played a couple of these seeds. I think there's no bad choices, just the wrong choices because everything's stupid. So
this mode really emphasizes the whole randomizer, right? It's you got randoed because any of those how many did you say were five Kane
1, 2, 3,
rooms?
4, 5. Yeah, I think maybe
5
6.
Kane rooms. I mean, GT was a single point lobby, right? Like the 2 stairs connected to each other, so you had to go one direction. And for if any of those had been there, you would have had the whole world to check for your Kane. So.
But otherwise, I mean, I had fun playing this mode. I mean, like I said, I don't think it's a great race mode, but every time I'm playing around, I just like how things work out, using my brain differently. So I don't know, it's fun.
Speaking of using brains differently, I appreciate nobody bringing up my Meyer.
Dante brought it up constantly, just so you know.
That was when I made sure to tell everyone that you were nursing a cold and your brain might be a little cooked. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I did remember my second beer mid-run, so that is actually a plus in my favor too.
Oh, so he caught up to me.
There you go.
But yeah, when I was in Meyer trying to clear it out, I was trying to think what was the best switch, and I just kept going for no reason at all. But I'm curious to see how your Meyer went later on.
Oh no, it was the GT room with the key pot in the corner. That was the bane of my existence because I just completely forgot how to do that room several times. There was one where I actually hit the switch and locked myself out, and it was like, do I have to? Yeah, I have to redo this. If I had picked up the red cane, which now I'm never gonna skip, that would have been a lot different. Or sorry, not the red cane, the red boomerang.
Oh yeah,
But-
if you had that, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah,
if you had that,
he
it would've been-
rejected that. He saw it and and said
God.
no, thank you. And
That was digging game. I went out of my way for it, I think.
And then
Yeah.
you got punished, Worf, because you.
I did get punished for skipping red boomerang, which is probably something that only happens indoors.
Just absolutely poetic justice in a way.
So I was thinking about it, and there was the one. So in the Meyer lobby, that was in Meyer. At first, I thought I had every entrance checked, but I don't think I checked going downward in the lobby. Kind of like where you'd enter if you were playing vanilla. So
I think it looped back somewhere. It was not really useful of an entrance door
okay,
there.
so there wasn't like an easy switch to get.
It was the Meyer room that's like
Oh,
on the side of cutscene, I think.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's above the big key chest below the jelly, the one that's
Yeah.
just useless.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I did look at that then. Okay. So at least there wasn't like a simple switch in that Meyer lobby that I could hit. Like you did kind of have to do a weird hit the switch before the teleport kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess
think
you bombed the switch after the double switch room. Is that how you got your
Yeah.
state right? Okay.
Yeah. Is that what you did too, Trinex?
I had Kane, so I didn't have to give.
Oh
I
yeah,
had to
that's
give
right.
shit.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
he literally looked like a professional doing that
Yes.
room.
I was gonna say, I think where if you could have, I think there was a way you could have made it with the switch in Fishbone room, but I'm not 100% sure.
Well, that Meyer felt long, and after full clearing that Meyer, I told myself that I didn't want to spend any more time in dungeons anymore because I was embarrassed, and it paid off. Even even Ice was just like you go in. I think I finished with like 2 of 18 or something like that.
Oh, nice.
2 of 14.
Yeah, honestly, like things lined up ridiculously well. Going from Meyer to Ice to GT, it was very surprising. I was like, I'm waiting for the cane doors the whole time.
Waiting for the
So
shoe to drop. Yeah. No, dude, they're all in TR.
with those silver arrows too. So
Yeah, that was the prize.
Did you have any bow turn up whatsoever?
Yeah, my bow is purple chest.
Oh, well I was never doing that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was with how late you were to the mitts. I was like, well, Trinex would never get that because there's no way he's doing Smith chain.
Yeah, I was considering. I was thinking while I was doing the Smith chain, I was like, there's still some mimic rooms that I might run into, but I can probably just mimic click those even if I'm not super comfortable with. Like I could do the Meyer or the pod mimic room really easily, but. And then I guess I didn't see the backup pod like switch room either.
Oh, that was somewhere, but I can't remember which dungeon it was. And he also came in the wrong way, so it was freebie anyways.
Perfect.
well, GG's guys. This is gonna move Worth your team to 18 points.
Your team.
Trinex.
Your team.
Yeah, right.
Gonna move the pugs to 18 points. Trinex.
Sounds like Dante just cut himself.
Yeah, look, I got the worst record. I'm cut. It's
I mean,
fine.
I'm shocked that you and Andy didn't make him play doors.
Listen, they banned me from playing cross keys, and we see how that went. So they got poetic justice. But
Yeah.
2Pearl2Furious sitting with 3 points with 1 week to go. You guys, I believe in you.
I mean,
getting
we're not shut
more.
up. I literally do not give a shit. So this is wonderful.
Perfect.
Hey,
I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna play, and
Yeah.
We're having fun.
No pressure. You play your best.
That's
Wish
the
I
way
had
to
some-
do it.
Wish I had some NyQuil to pound with you, brother.
Oh no.
Well, I'll do a shot in your honor.
Oh no.
A shot of NyQuil. Let's go. All right. Well, we have clearly gone to speed gaming after dark, but at this point. But yeah, thank you guys again for racing for us and letting Speed Gaming put it on. It was an absolute blast. GG's in the rest of your league seasons. And Hawk, It's been fun, man. This was a good time.
Yes. Thanks for doing this with me. It was a blast. Good
One official
race,
GG to
guys.
Worf Jig. I wanted to say that too, and then thanks for putting on the production.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate the restream. I can't wait to hear Dante just roast me for Meyer.
Oh, well, I roasted everyone a little bit, but
wait till you hear what he called swamp. I think that was the highlight of the stream.
Oh no, I showed how old I am.
Oh man.
But anyway, that being said, Hawk, again, thank you so much, Trinex and Worf Jig. Shout outs to our tracker Auto, doing the best for us here, being an automated wonder of a tracker for us. But that is going to do it for us here on Speed Gaming 4. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Stay tuned for some more league races coming at you. We'll see you guys next time.